let's say that I have a chance to buy this loan, okay? Maybe it's been performing, the guy says, you know, that $877 we need to have, we want to just sell it because it's a pain. We had to use this to sell it when we sold our house, but we would like to sell it. And I'm willing to take $80,000 for it, okay? Maybe I get him to 70. And a lot of times, that 70 to him means more today than 100 is over the life of this loan. We'll get into some of that in a minute. But let's say I buy this deal for 80 grand or 70 grand, I mean. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to change this number here, the BB, to 70. Everything else is the same. The borrower is not affected. He's going to make his $877.57 payment for the rest of the deal. The interest rate didn't change. The number of payments didn't change. I just changed it by, for the borrower, he doesn't know that I only paid 70 for it. My yield is 14.87% by changing that. In other words, I'm only putting out 70 where he had out 100. I increased the yield, but the reason it's out there is because the money is so far out, you have to discount that whole value over the life of that loan. So my $30,000 discount is unearned income that gets spread out over 360 payments. Okay. You can change any one of these things. Let's say you go to the borrower. I'm going to change it up a little bit here. And I deal a lot in smaller money, and you're going to have contact with people that need smaller money or have smaller notes. They have a second mortgage for 10 grand. Let's do that one.
Yeah, what would you qualify as an amount of small money?
1,000. And I'm going to use, I find that a lot of these people that do the smaller carrybacks and this type of thing didn't charge as much. They had to make the thing work for the borrower, that type of thing. But let's go ahead and use 15 months or 15 years over here. This is awkward. I don't mind telling you guys. I can do this on my phone a lot quicker than this. Okay, their payment is $89.88. Now, to begin with, they got their house sold. They were happy. They want to have, but now they've made it, they can't even find that $89 at the end of the month. They fell in their checking account and they just spent it. They don't know where it went to. They don't know, it has no real value to them. So a lot of these I will buy in the $5,000 to $6,000 range. Let's just see what a $6,000 or $5,000 payment does, or sale price. That one I just made $20.56% yield. In the note business or the income streams, you deal in yields instead of return on investment, cap rates. Those are other real estate terms that get used a lot. You'll see people talk about, well, my return on my investment, my ROI on a note, it's a yield deal, okay? First of all, I don't know. I have to base it on the full amount, like this guy's never going to pay off. If he pays off earlier, my yield goes up. Does that make sense? The quicker I get my money, sooner the better, more the merrier. I like that. So if I go back to this guy and say, the borrower, I'd say, you know, I tell you what, I would drop the interest rate from 7 to 3.5% if you'll double your payment. It looks like I gave up half my money because I went from 7 to 3.5. Let's see what it does. But his payment's gonna go to $180 or whatever that works out to be. I'm gonna just- So I have three values, right? Let's come back here. And it's not working. There it is. He's gonna now pay it off from 180 down to 26 3/4 years. Because, no, that's not true. I'm sorry. I gotta go back up here. This thing's off. This payment went to 180. Oh, I know. Okay, money going out, I'm sorry, this is, anytime you have money going out, it's a negative number, okay? So if I want to do this correctly, I've got to put over here, this is to the borrower. That needs to be a negative number. So this plus minus on here, you change that, and let me just go back and recall. Has anybody got this on a calculator worked out yet?
I think so. You see, Duke? Yeah, it's kind of weird up there.
Yeah, this isn't working right.
So your button, your plus negative isn't making 180 negative, but
Yeah. Well,
if you want to.
let me do it here real quick and then I can,
I think that's right.
that's correct. Okay, so she's, by doing that, you just increased your yield to 60.7%. Okay, otherwise, you were making 14, but would you rather have 16 or 14 or 60? And you didn't change anything other than you got him. Now, why would he do that? Now, he's only gonna make, we'd have to go back over here and check the number of payments remaining, but he's gonna save 6 years on his payments, roughly. And those 6 years is a huge amount of interest rate.